Ancient Greece. The tapestry of ancient Greek civilization is a rich and intricate one, woven from the threads of human development, cultural innovation, and political evolution. From the early footsteps of humanity in the rugged landscapes of the Balkan Peninsula and the Aegean Islands to the rise and fall of city-states like Athens and Sparta, the story of ancient Greece is a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of its people. This article delves into the journey of ancient Greece, exploring its early beginnings, the birth and growth of its city-states, the complexities of its political systems, and its enduring legacy that continues to shape our world today. Early European civilization. Civilization in Europe began in the southern Balkan Peninsula and the Aegean Sea Islands, a region favorable for the development of societies due to its mild climate and the advantageous geography of the sea. This environment fostered seafaring, trade, and navigational skills, crucial for the establishment of early European civilizations. Among these, the Minoan civilization on Crete, flourishing from the 3rd to the 2nd millennium BC, stands out as Europe's oldest. Renowned for its intricate palace complexes like Knossos, adorned with beautiful frescoes, the Minoans established a vibrant culture deeply connected to maritime trade. Their economy, reliant on interactions with regions such as Egypt and the Anatolian Peninsula, facilitated a rich exchange of cultural influences. However, around the 15th century BC, the Minoan civilization began to decline, possibly due to the catastrophic volcanic eruption on Thera, among other factors. This decline set the stage for the emergence of the Mycenaean civilization on mainland Greece around 1600 BC. The Mycenaeans, inheriting and adapting aspects of Minoan culture, developed a warrior aristocracy and expanded their influence across the region. They are particularly remembered for their military expeditions, including the legendary campaign against Troy, and their richly adorned beehive tombs. Their form of Greek writing, Linear B, is an early predecessor to the Greek alphabet. The Mycenaean civilization came to an end around 1100 BC with the Dorian invasion, leading to a period of decline known as the Dark Ages. This period saw a significant reduction in population, economic activity, and cultural output. However, it also set the groundwork for a remarkable resurgence. By the 8th century BC, there was a revival of Greek culture, marked by the adoption of the Phoenician alphabet and a renewed interest in arts and sciences. This resurgence led to the formation of city-states, or polis, which became the bedrock of classical Greek civilization. Ancient Greek city-states. The city-state, or polis, was the basic political unit of ancient Greece, each functioning as an independent entity with its own government, laws, and customs. Central to Greek identity, these city-states maintained their sovereignty while sharing common language, beliefs, and customs. Despite their individuality, they often united against external threats, exemplified by their collective resistance during the Greco-Persian Wars. In many city-states, the Acropolis stood as a symbol of independence and cultural identity, serving as both a religious center and a refuge during invasions. Over 600 such city-states existed, varying greatly in size and population. These included both major centers like Athens and Sparta and smaller communities. Society within these polis was divided primarily into free citizens and slaves. The free citizens, usually native-born men who owned land, formed the backbone of the polis, participating in governance, owning property, and serving in the military. Unlike modern democracies, these citizens did not pay regular taxes but were expected to contribute to their city-state's defense, either through military service or financial support during wars. Women, children, and foreigners, integral to society, were not granted the same rights as free male citizens. Women managed households and raised children but had limited public roles, while foreigners lived under different sets of rules and were not considered full citizens. The lowest societal tier was occupied by slaves who had no rights and were entirely dependent on their masters, serving as household servants or laborers. The treatment of slaves varied significantly depending on their work and the city-state they were in. Politically, the Greek city-states experienced significant transformations, evolving from monarchies to aristocratic oligarchies and, in some cases, democracies. Athens' evolution to democracy where free male citizens had equal say in governance was particularly notable, though not universally adopted across all city-states. Sparta, for example, maintained a dual monarchy and a society focused on military training and discipline. Despite internal conflicts, the city-states united against common enemies, setting aside rivalries for greater causes. They were not only centers of political and military activities but also hubs of culture, philosophy, art, and education. The education system, primarily private, varied from city to city, focusing on literature, music, and physical training in some, while in others, like Sparta, it centered on preparing individuals for military service. These city-states of ancient Greece, with their unique political entities and rich cultural legacies, played a crucial role in shaping Western civilization, leaving an enduring influence on the modern world. Greek colonization, expansion and influence. During the 8th to 5th centuries BC, Greek colonization was primarily driven by economic growth, overpopulation, and the need for arable land. The increasing demand for resources led the Greeks to look beyond their mainland, seeking new territories for expansion. This period of expansion was facilitated by the decline of Phoenician power in the Mediterranean region, which opened new opportunities for the Greeks to establish colonies without facing significant competition from the Phoenicians, known for their seafaring and trading prowess. The Greek colonies, typically independent of their founding city-states or metropolis, developed their own governmental systems and policies while maintaining religious and commercial ties with their mother cities. Most Greek colonies expanded along coastlines from Spain to the Caucasus, influenced by the Greeks' strong maritime tradition and the strategic advantages of coastal locations for trade and communication. The governance in these colonies often mirrored the political structure of the founding city-state, including similar land distribution and city management practices. The approach of Greek colonists towards local inhabitants was generally one of cooperation rather than conflict, which was crucial for the success and sustainability of the colonies. This peaceful approach facilitated stable and productive relationships with indigenous populations. Economically, Greek colonization led to the introduction of coinage and the development of a monetary payment system, greatly enhancing trade between the colonies and the Greek mainland. Culturally, the colonization had a profound impact on the linguistic and cultural landscape of the ancient world. The spread of the Greek language and culture significantly influenced the colonized areas, with the Greek alphabet inspiring the development of the Latin alphabet in Italy. The relationship between the colonies and their founding city-states was marked by maintained trade and religious ties. Despite their political independence, colonies often retained connections with their metropolis, fostering a sense of cultural continuity. The widespread Greek colonization in the Mediterranean region contributed significantly to the spread of Greek achievements and culture. This expansion facilitated the dissemination of Greek language, arts, philosophy, and customs, deeply influencing the cultural landscape of the Mediterranean and enriching the tapestry of ancient civilizations. Evolution of Greek governance. The governance in Greek city-states, known as polis, underwent significant evolution over time. Initially, many of these states were monarchies ruled by kings and a circle of nobility. However, this structure gradually transitioned to aristocratic rule, where influential and noble landowners took control. This shift led to growing dissatisfaction among non-noble free men, who were excluded from political participation under the aristocratic system. In some city-states, this exclusion led to the rise of tyrants, leaders chosen from among the citizens, not through hereditary succession, but to address the power imbalance. Tyrants often gained support by promising to address the majority's grievances, though their rule sometimes led to abuses of power, risking overthrow if they failed to govern justly. A critical factor enabling free citizens to participate in political life was the economic structure of some city-states, notably the institution of slavery. Slaves took on labor-intensive tasks, freeing citizens to engage in political and public life. The evolution of democracy, particularly in Athens, was a gradual process. Solon, an Athenian politician, implemented reforms in the 6th century BC, allowing all free men born in Attica to participate in the assembly and elect officials. Pericles later introduced payment for public officials, enabling poorer citizens to serve in governance. The Athenian assembly was central to Athenian democracy. All citizens who reached 20 years of age were eligible to participate. The assembly, meeting several times a month, played a key role in governance, including passing laws, declaring war and peace, and electing state officials. The assembly's practice of allowing non-wealthy citizens to criticize wealthy aristocrats showcased the principles of freedom of speech and equality before the law. However, ancient Athenian democracy had limitations. Only about 1/10 of the population, specifically male citizens, had the right to govern and make decisions. Women, slaves, and resident foreigners were excluded from political participation, a stark contrast to modern democratic ideals. The democratic system of ancient Greece, especially in Athens, laid the groundwork for modern representative democracies. The principles of citizen participation, public debate, and reciprocal responsibilities between citizens and the state, despite their limitations and exclusivity, continue to influence modern political thought and structures. Greek city-states, conflict and transformation. The ancient Greek world was marked by a series of significant events that shaped its history and influenced the broader Mediterranean region. The formation of the Athenian Maritime League, also known as the Delian League, during the Greco-Persian Wars, was a key moment. This alliance was aimed at uniting Greek city-states against the Persian Empire, proving crucial in coordinating their collective defense. The outcome of these wars was a decisive Greek victory, with notable battles at Marathon, Salamis, and Plataea. This success not only secured Greek independence but also altered the relationship between the Greek city-states and the Persian Empire. Following their defeat, the Persians were forced to acknowledge the autonomy of the Greek city-states. In contrast to the democratic system of Athens, Spartan society was characterized by a rigid, militaristic system. Spartan citizens were primarily warriors, and their governance, led by a small group of citizens and 2 kings, emphasized discipline and martial prowess. The societal structure was hierarchical, with citizens focusing on warfare and non-citizens, including helots, providing agricultural labor. Spartans handled dissent through strict military control, with little tolerance for individual freedom. The Peloponnesian War, a protracted conflict between Athens and Sparta, weakened both city-states. Although Sparta emerged as the nominal victor, the war drained resources and manpower, leading to a significant decline in their power. The 4th century BC saw the weakened Greek city-states fall under the control of the Macedonian kingdom, led by King Philip II, marking the end of the classical era of the independent Greek polis. Philip II's son, Alexander the Great, achieved significant military successes, notably conquering the vast Persian Empire and expanding his territory to India. His efforts to manage his vast empire included attempts to integrate various cultures under his rule, promoting a blend of Greek and Eastern cultures known as Hellenization. However, Alexander's sudden death led to the disintegration of his empire, as conflicts and power struggles among his generals, the Diadochi, fragmented the empire into several Hellenistic kingdoms. By the 2nd century BC, the Roman Republic emerged as a dominant power, conquering the Greek city-states and much of the remnants of Alexander's empire. This marked a significant turning point in the history of the ancient world, transitioning from Hellenistic to Roman dominance and ending Greek political independence in the Mediterranean region. Ancient Greek citizenship and legacy. In ancient Greek society, particularly in cities like Athens, citizenship encompassed privileges and responsibilities, urging every citizen to strive for personal excellence and actively contribute to public life. This included engagement in sports, arts, and sciences, fostering a holistic approach to personal development. The Greeks believed humanity could achieve significant accomplishments through effort, learning, and civic participation. They established the principle that personal interests should sometimes be sacrificed for the common good, emphasizing collective well-being and civic responsibility. A profound legacy of ancient Greece is its influence on modern democracies. The concepts of citizenship, freedom of speech, and democracy developed in ancient Greece profoundly impacted contemporary democratic systems. Citizens participating in governance and decision-making processes highlight the importance of civic responsibility. The Greeks viewed the citizen-state relationship as symbiotic, where citizens contributed to the state's well-being, and in return, the state worked for the citizens' benefit. This reciprocity underscored the importance of active citizenship. A key aspect of Greek society was encouraging well-rounded personalities. Individuals were expected to participate in politics, sports, and arts, promoting a balanced life and personal development across multiple areas for societal betterment. The legacy of ancient Greek civilization is enduring and far-reaching, influencing facets of modern society from politics to culture. The foundations laid by the Greeks in the realms of democracy, philosophy, art, and science have continued to inspire and guide generations. Their journey from the cradle of civilization to becoming a cornerstone of the classical world exemplifies the unyielding human spirit in the quest for progress and excellence. As we look back at the history of ancient Greece, we see not just the chronicle of a bygone era, but a mirror reflecting the aspirations and achievements of humanity. This exploration into Greek civilization offers invaluable insights into our past and a beacon of inspiration for our future.